Good morning, girls. Now, children, this is exercise 1.2. I started 1.2 yesterday. This is based on fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Now, according to this theorem, which we have studied yesterday, it says that every composite number can be expressed as the product of the prime factors. Okay, and this factorization is unique except the order of the factors. This I had explained yesterday. You can go through the video, and today I will solve question number 5 and 6 and 7. Let's begin with the fifth one. Check whether 6 to the power of n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. Again, check whether 6 to the power of n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. Now, when I say 6 to the power of n is ending with 0, right? If it is ending with 0, it has to be divisible by 10, right? Because any number which ends with 0 is divisible by 10. Now you know that the factors of 10 are 2 and 5. So if a number is divisible by 10, it has to be divisible by 2 and 5. Now when I come to the factorization of 6 to the power of n, I will get 2 into 3 raised to the power of n. Now you know that this factorization is unique. According to which theorem? According to the fundamental theorem. Now this factorization is unique. We'll write 5 is not included in its factors. You will write the complete statements as I'm telling you. 5 is not included in the factors, right? Therefore we'll write for no natural number n, 6 to the power of n will end with 0. Okay, you will write it systematically in your notebook. I start again. They are asking you for which natural number n 6 to the power of n will end with 0. Now to end with 0, as I told you, that number should be divisible by 10. Okay, it should be divisible by 2 and 5 both, because the factors of 10 are both 2 and 5. Now when we look at this factor of 6, the factors are 2 and 3. This is not tallying with this. This is contradicting the statement. Okay, so this factorization, as it is unique and 5 is not included in this factorization, hence we write for no natural number n, 6 to the power of n will end with 0. Okay, this is question number which one? 5. Now question number 6. These are easy questions, children. You can complete them easily. I hope you are understanding. Explain why 7 into 11 into 13 into 13 plus 13 and 7 into 6 into 5 plus 4 and so on, they are composite numbers. Okay, now you know that, as I told you yesterday, that according to the theorem, every composite number can be expressed as a product of the prime numbers. Okay, now they are saying 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. There are two questions. I'll take up the first one. 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. Verify that this is a composite number. Let me multiply. 11 sevens are 77 into 13. 3 sevens are 21. 23. 1 sevens are 7. 1 sevens are 7. So 1, 10 and 10, right? So here I get 1001 plus 13, which will give me 1014. Now let us take out the factors of 1014. Starting with 2 5s are 10, 0 2 7s are 14, 3 1s are 3, 2 3 6 are 18, 3 9s are 27, 13 13s are, and 13 1s are. Now as you can see that 1014 can be written as 2 into 3 into 13 into 13. You know that this is the combination of the prime factors. So we can say that because this factorization is unique, hence 1014 is a composite number. Okay, So what will you write? Since 1014 can be expressed as a product of the prime factors, hence according to the fundamental theorem, 1014 becomes a composite number, or it is a composite number. Now similarly this also, 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 and 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5, you multiply this and add it to 5. If you express it, or if you are able to express it in the form of the prime factors, then you will write that yes, the number obtained is a composite number. Okay, easy? Now question number 7. There is a circular path around a sports field. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive one round of the field, and Ravi takes 12 minutes for the same. So to complete the path, complete the whole circular path, one round, Sonia takes 18 minutes and he takes 12 minutes. And both of them start at the same point, from the same point at the same time. They go in the same direction. So do you ever think that they will meet together at the starting point? Okay. Now you know that these type of questions which we have solved in your lower classes, this is based on LCM. You'll find the LCM of 12 and 18, and then whatever answer we get, that will be the time at which after that particular time they will meet at the starting point. Now what will be the statements? We'll write Sonia takes 18 minutes to complete the round. Ravi takes 12 minutes. Now both of them, they are starting at the same time and from the same spot. Okay, or same point. Okay, now so means when they are starting their motion, they are both at the starting point, or they are both at the same point. Okay, now after how many seconds they will meet together at the starting point, right? So we will write both will meet at the starting point both will meet at the starting point to see that both meet at the starting point, we will find the LCM of 18 and 12. Okay, 18 and 12, 2 9s are 6 are, 2 3s are, 3 3s are, 1s are, 3 1s are. So we know that 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 means what? 36 minutes. So the answer is after 36 minutes both will meet again at the starting point. Okay, so I hope the exercise is clear to you. Here we'll find the time, after what time they will meet together, and for that we need LCM of 18 and 12. And in the previous question, as we've done just now, why is it a composite number? Because you can express this in the form of prime factorization. You can write it as prime factors, and therefore according to the fundamental theorem, this is a composite number, the number obtained. In the first case it was 1014. You can try this and find the answer. Multiply these two, these 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 values, add 5 to it, then find the prime factors of the number obtained. Then why is can you say that 6 to the power of n can end with 0? We will say that 6 to the power of n, if it is ending with 0, it has to be divisible by 10. It has to be divisible by 2 and 5 both. Now since the factorization of 6 says it is the factorization of 6 is 2 and 3, this factorization is not what we want here. That is, it is not The factor 5 is not included over here. Hence, this factorization is a unique factor. Therefore, for no natural number n, this 6 to the power of n will end with 0. Okay, so this is your exercise complete, children. Now you have examples. I think yesterday one example, 1 minute. Okay, find the HCF of 96 and 404 by prime factorization method and also find the LCM. Okay, now they have taken out the HCF. First we'll find the HCF of the two numbers, and then using the formula HCF into LCM is equal to the product of the two numbers, we will find the LCM. Find the HCF and the LCM of 6, 72 and 120 using prime factorization. You know what is a prime factorization method. 6 can be written as 2 into 3, 72 and 120, and yeah, that's all. So they have just written 2 and 3 are the smallest powers of common factors 2 and 3 respectively. Okay, so what we have to find out, HCF. You know how to find HCF and LCM. So instead of following this method, you can follow your prime factorization method and complete the sum. Okay, so children, this is fundamental theorem we have completed today. Now in the next that is the next video on Monday, we are going to start with revisiting irrational numbers. Okay, by the time you complete all your work and start studying for your test, if any doubts you all have, you can ask me. Okay, and study well. We will tell you what pattern of exam we are going to conduct. Every detail you will get in your WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you. Have a good day.